Hi, this is Mike, and I told you I would make a video or post again once we saw a break of the red line. And we did. And it turned out to be one of the easiest trades I've ever gotten into, right? So I was saying, is this an A wave? Okay, it's an A wave. Kind of weird, but still, why not? Right? I was looking for answers. Bit frustrated. I went for a walk. Lucky I got back in time for the breakout. But you know what? I think that not only is the A wave, does it have a really short C wave for the strong part, um, and compared to the first move, which is kind of bizarre, kind of weird, but anyway, I still went with it. B, C, right? I'll mark it out. Obviously B, C, and I thought at this point, I thought, okay, cool. Well, if it's a C wave, it'll probably be a C wave. It'll go lower. Nah, it started going up. I'm like, what is going on here? Is this like a B? And then I realized this is a B C D E, like a tiny little E. I go, well, that's great because if this breaks out, all I got to do is put my stop underneath this tiny little wave E. I thought, fine, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna probably target the highs here because if I don't target the highs, it's going to impair my judgment as to when I'm going to short this thing. And then I thought, well, that's a good question. So, um, what exactly are you looking at? Like, what are you going to short? So I thought about it. I'm like, okay, that's a good point. What exactly? Okay, cool. So we're sticking to the idea that potentially wave five will be as long as wave three. All right. Okay, cool. So that's basically going to take us back up to the highs, like I thought before, that could possibly happen, but was unlikely. And the reason I thought it was unlikely is because, I mean, if this is not a weak five-wave move, I don't know what is, because it came all the way back to previous wave four. I mean, how else are you going to look at this first move? It looks like a five-wave move to me, right? A, B, C, D, E in here. I'm pretty sure this is a big B wave in here, right? So, like, I'm not going to go down the route of thinking that this is just, um, how can I say it? Oh, actually, yeah, no, that doesn't fit either. Okay, so it's a really weak five-wave move that looks like this. One, two, three, four, five. Potentially going up there. Actually, no, that doesn't end there. Ends here, right? Now, I really don't trust this pattern, by the way. I don't trust it because it looks weird, right? Like, what kind of five-wave move uh, expands in wave two and wave four is also really weird, okay? Now, the other explanation is that wave C is going to extend much higher, right? Now, that is bizarre because it's already too long, right? It's already too long. So, like, how much longer does it want to go? Does it want to hit 0.718, you reckon? Right? Because at this point, like, even if it does want to target 0.718, you're still looking at a very bizarre structure here, right? It's like one, two, unless we're looking at another weak five-wave move, right? unfolding, which to me makes no sense. Yeah, so I don't know. I really don't know. This thing could be just faking us out. I mean, it could be faking us out, but I don't know why. Like, you don't just get these patterns like this, just randomly faking you out. It doesn't make sense. So I'm going to take precautions here. I'm just going to target the highs. Okay. If it decides to go parabolic, I mean, it's already gone a bit funny, right? Why wouldn't this turn into a parabolic extension of wave 5, even though it looks like starting off pretty weak? I don't know. I really don't know. At this point in time, it's anybody's call as to what kind of 5 wave move it is. However, if I see something pop up above the top and reverse straight back down, I'm going to call that done. Right? I'm going to call it done based on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd actually call this a type 2 week 5 wave move, which means that even though waves move up in 5 waves, right, they still overlap. So I would have to say that this probably will only go back to hit 0.618, because I don't think that it actually has hit it yet, even though I've got the Fibonacci here and it hasn't. Like, I checked another chart and it had hit it. So we'll just go over to that now. I think it was a Bitstamp chart, right? So the Bitstamp chart, it it did hit it. It had already hit it on the Bitstamp chart, right? But on the Binance chart, uh, not quite. And I've done the exact same thing. So I don't know what the deal is there, but I don't know. It may have something to do with it. It may not. I don't know. Right. So I suppose at the very least, I think we'll tag that 0.618 on the Binance chart. Okay, because nothing else makes sense. It doesn't make sense that it's going to go any higher than that. So hopefully this has helped, and I'll update you soon. I still haven't got to recording my special new episodes of AriasWave on YouTube, which I'll do as soon as this thing does what it's trying to do, because I've got a lot of work to do there, like editing, everything. So it's going to be interesting. And by the way, in the last video, I sounded a bit grumpy. I think I needed to go for a walk. I did, um, as I mentioned. Uh, I suppose I've been looking at the screen for too long, and it always pays to take a break when you're looking at the screen for too long, in case you sound like crazy. Yeah, just take that as a sign. Thanks for watching.